Alright guys, here's my second game review of a Super Nintendo game. This morning I was playing a little bit of 2020 Super Baseball. This actually didn't seem that bad. I was pretty surprised. I think the screen just said it came out in '93, which I don't really know how they even made more than just a few sports games back in the early '90s because there wasn't really anything different about them. I mean, I guess it's really still a problem that even persists all the way today as far as the new Maddens. I mean, I just seen Madden 25, previewed for the Xbox One. Yeah, of course, the graphics look a little bit better. You got better definition TVs, better definition console, this and that, but still mechanically, it's the same classic thing it's always been. I mean, I don't understand how sports games in general have really been able to survive, as long as they have, but especially, in the beginning. There were just so many different types of games, this being one of them. Here you're basically playing against like a team of robots. I think it had, decent graphics for the time, early '90s. And it's just really straightforward in general. Obviously I really didn't care for it too much. There, it could have been a little bit better. They could have explained the game a little bit better. Some of the beginning credits and stuff were in Japanese, so I mean, it's obviously a very cheaply made port, whatever you want to call it, from the early '90s, and it was still a little bit enjoyable though. At first, when I had the idea to do this, as far as reviewing all these older games, I just thought that I was gonna maybe try to stick to some of the more popular ones that everybody remembers, as far as the Super Mario World and Donkey Kong and obviously Metroid and those kind of things like that. But when I seen just the sheer number of how many different games came with this emulator that I downloaded for free, I figured I might as well just go through them from the beginning. This is the second one. This is the second review. It's the second game in the series. The only ones I probably won't be reviewing because I want to keep these between, maybe 5 and 10 minutes apiece. I'm not going to review any RPG games, things where you got to get truly in depth, put hours and hours into it because, one, I don't have the time, and two, I truly don't have the interest. I mean, there might be a couple older games like that, maybe like Chrono Trigger, that type of thing. As far as older RPGs for the Super Nintendo that I'd like, Final Fantasy, a couple of them back, in that from that time period. But my actual plan is to try to record all the games that actually, that most people really haven't heard about. These first two games, for instance, the first one I did, the Three Ninjas Kick Back, I had never heard of that game. I never played it, so, and this one either. I just want to basically review these more obscure games that, I mean, not really, I guess, obscure for that many people, but myself, I'm 23 years old, and, I don't know a lot of them. I grew up myself on, Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo. That's what I had in the very beginning when I was young, and it's just fun trying to, revisit some of these games that, we're all trying to be the best game in the market. I mean, at some point, every game, when it starts development, everybody wants to make something that's going to stand out, that's going to sell well, that's going to sell the most copies, and it's not going to work out for everybody, and obviously games are much more refined nowadays, and it's just really funny to see sometimes how little effort was put into games back then. As far as this, there really wasn't, as you can see, it wasn't really too much effort put in. Like I said, I liked it, but nothing to really remember. Just like any other generic baseball game, just with what they think would happen in 2020, which is just kind of funny in itself. But this is wrapping up, guys. I hope you enjoy these. I'll start to make them funnier. I'll start to maybe like record them live, complain about them more, bitch about them more. I don't know, but anyway, it's good to be back. Please like and comment if you want more, and as always, please have a nice day.